trigger rooms. I walk where silence meets the fumes, where bricks remember every name, and vengeance ain't no word, it's flame. Streets don't crown, they test your soul. I passed through fire and kept control. No handshake made me, no love sign. This blood was built from my own grind. My boots hit harder than their threats. I bend the game like broken debts. They dress in drip, I move in code. My wardrobe stitched from blackened roads. No flash, no need, I flex through fear. I turn their cheers to glass shots near. Each verse I spit got dirt and steel. My voice alone could sign the deal. I talk in tones of power felt. My life's a vault they couldn't melt. I'm bred from bricks, not tweets or screens. I'm carved from plots and money schemes. Each beat I step becomes a shift. Each bar I drop a real lift. You press repeat, I press my name into the walls they won't reclaim. This ain't for likes, this for control. This ain't for hype, this takes its toll. You spit for flash, I spit for oath. The kind that makes your heart beat both. Slow and sharp with fear-laced breath. My track's a knife that don't regret. My trap ain't club, it's ritual. A throne of ash, habitual. I built with weight, I built with loss. I paid the price they won't emboss. I saw the throne, I moved right past. Made a domain where rulers last. I don't smile, I don't blink. I just pace and make them think. Every silence I let hang just preps the sound of metal bang. I don't need symbols or a chance, just bass that tells the soul it can't. Ignore the weight I bring with stride. A kingdom made from those who died. No love in this, just code and war. Just bloodlines locked behind the door. Just visions formed from smoke and fear that whisper, he's the reason here. Each bar is brass, no fiction ink. Each phrase a nod, no need to think. You feel the cold through every line. I ain't a verse, I'm warning sign. Concrete vendetta, built in breath. I move like guilt that's stressed in death. And when this track begins to fade, no, I don't lose, I just invade. I end with silence, sharp and dry like metal. Kiss before goodbye, the bass still ringing like a blade from wars I wrote but never played.
Ain't no mercy when it's lawless. Every step I take is flawless. Every name I drop gets logged in silence, thick and smoke that's clogged. I don't ask, I calculate. You flex emotion, I choose fate. Street code run through vein and grip. Every verse a power trip. Bass knock hard like doors don't wait. I speak in rhythm sharp as hate. No safe zone once I hit. Route no mask needed, I just sprout. Shots of sound, not bullets, facts. I press play and melt your tracks. You rap soft, I crush through walls. My cadence built for urban brawls. No backdoor deal, just pressure dealt. Every scheme I spit gets felt. From alley plots to tower views. I rhyme like blacked out paper news. Each kick lands like cash denied. Each snare cracks where truth can't hide. I don't blink or scan for trend. I carve this life from start to end. No loyalty without the scars. No fame without them battle bars. You rhyme to dance, I rhyme to hold this silence hostage, grim and bold. I talk through glitches in your pride. I move in shifts, no sound can guide. My style ain't built for ease or gloss. It's coded in a world of loss. Execution ain't just kill. It's knowing when to strike and still return to smoke and watch them guess who rewrote fear with such finesse. I don't flinch, I measure range. Every block I roam gets changed. From sewers up to glass domains. My voice leaves war stains in brains. No campaign, no image, fluff. I don't go viral, I go rough. I don't drop singles, I drop weight that bend the timeline, bend the fate. Hard bass bleeds through every cell. Hi-hats rattle like warning bells. Strings cut sharp like razors pulled out from the suit they said I should. No chorus here, just pressure or loops. Just echoes dressed in gunmetal boots. Just truth that shakes when I recite. And track that owns the darkest night. Street code don't care who cries. Street code don't ask or justify. It watches, waits, then makes you pay in full with interest, no delay. So when you hear that pressure sound, no, I ain't here to play around. My rhyme ain't art, it's final step of lessons taught with no regret. Execution ain't for hype, it's final breath done right through mic. And when this ends, don't play it twice unless you sure you paid the price.
onde se sorri pouco e se desirre muito. A voz é baixa, pausada, sarcástica, como quem dita ordem sem precisar gritar. Construído para durar mais de 4 minutos, é o tipo de faixa que tiro.
Talk low but move the grid, marble cold beneath what I did. Footsteps echo, deals may mute my verse, don't flex it, prosecutes. Gold ring twist on silent desk, maps in blood, no need to guess. This ain't rap, this code in steel, laid by hands they forced to kneel. No booth, no flash, no hype, I rhyme from rooms that bleed through night, where every nod's a world collapse and every phrase connects the traps. They talk in style, I move in rules, each phrase I drop got tools for fools. I don't spit for claps or praise, I spit for ghosts I help to raise. This world ain't sweet, it's tile and ash, where death walks slow in custom dash, where silence drips like molasses. Truth and honor lives in shattered youth. No mic, I speak through smoke and glass, where paths are built and futures pass, where snitches swim with anchors tight and every truth comes out at night. My verse don't rhyme, it resonate like bone to blade or seal fate. I move through whispers, not applause. My trap got order, not just flaws. Each beat I step is soaked in price, each baseline formed from sacrifice. I built with bricks they try to toss, with pain that shaped me, never lost. Don't need no beat drop, I got stare that speaks in threats, no need to dare. I ain't the shooter, I'm the why. I write the names and watch them fry. Cigar still lit, the glass untouched, they toast while I unload too much. I ain't in club, I'm in command, where real don't dance, just counterstand. Talk loyalty but foe for checks, I sign my soul in blood, not specs. They chase a brand, I brand the chase. They drop in trend, I drop in grace. I don't rehearse, I don't align, I bend the beat until it's mine. I break the loop until it fit the silence where I crafted grit. Don't bring my name into your verse unless your track can match the curse, unless your 808's got weight that echo through the courthouse gate. They fear my drop cause it don't flash, it crush like
Monetize on shattered cash. It don't invite, it makes you bow. It don't rewind, it shows you how. And when this track dissolves to dark, just know I move without a mark. No war declared, no chorus sung, just marble floors and deals begun.
Iron flags don't fold, I ride with weight, I never sold. You play with style, I move with law. Written in silence, raw and raw. This ain't a sounding stance I hold beneath the storms I never told. I bent the maps with just a glance and moved through death like it's a dance. No time for trends, I walk in oath with steps that test both king and ghost. My voice don't ask, it makes the rule. I turn a calm into a duel. March like sirens, echo thick. Beast like fists that choose to stick. Each bar I spit a coded thread. Each kick a move they won't forget. Pressure walks with me, no break. I built from ground they tried to fake. From alley dust to boardroom glass, I made this tone for those who last. I wear no mask, I flex in gray. I rhyme like war without delay. No metaphor, no punchline spin, just iron breath beneath the skin. I pull respect from those who flinch. I mark my verse with steel and clinch. Every snare a red lit flag, every bar a body bag. I don't rewrite, I overwrite. Where silence cracked and turned to bite. Where plans are made in dim lit rooms and loyalties defined by tune. You chase applause, I chase command. I speak in ways they'll understand. I spit for those who never blink when faced with choices that don't shrink. Hard trap drums with blood and code. Mafia steps where secrets go. Each bass drop lands like justice grim. Like verdicts, hits those streetlights brim. Don't quote my flow unless you've seen what truth looks like beneath the sheen. Don't act my verse unless you feel what silence costs when kept too real. This track don't knock, it stares you down. It wears no chains, it earns the crown. It breaks the loop and stands in fire with no retreat and no expire. I rhyme like dusk, I rhyme like smoke. Each lyric pressed and vow I spoke. This ain't no club mix or parade. The soundtrack built from what I made. And when the final chord is done, just know I marched, not walked or run. This wasn't style, it was control. And iron flags don't ever fold.
Street lights blink slow like lies. Footsteps vanish where power lies. Smoke don't chase, it claims the ground. It wraps the block without a sound. This ain't no rush, this plan decay. Where kings don't shout, they make it stay. I spit in waves like tides of dusk. My voice is fear dressed up in husk. No calls, no echoes, just design. My words don't rhyme, they realign. No beat too hard for what I weigh. Each syllable, a debt you pay. Smoke runs this district, that's no guess. I carve control through soft finesse. No raised the blade, just whispered truths that move like ghosts inside the booths. Every street I walk remembers. Every step is marked in embers. Not from fire, but from tone. Where silence speaks what's fully grown. You roll with flash, I move with shade. You drop a verse, I drop cascade of sounds that haunt. Not hype of deals that linger past the night. My breath is steel, my eyes unread. Each bar I spit, where fear gets fed. Not from rage, but from design. Where empires built from exit signs. I rule with smoke, not painted lines. I build with time, not dollar signs. Each line a step on darker glass. Where truth don't echo, it just lasts. Don't tell me about your stacks or fits. I rhyme from where the bottom splits. From where respect don't smile or nod. It's earned in dirt and silence broad. I own the loop, I crush the beat. My kicks this land like no retreat. My flowing flow is path I carve. With words too sharp to just disarm. They want a hook, I offer shade. They want a chart, I offer blade. I rhyme for those who never left. Who stayed when right was drained of breath. Smoke ain't show, it's how I move. No proof required when you prove your reign through calm, not viral heat. Your name through codes, no one repeat. And when this beat begins to fade, know every breath a price was paid. Not in fame, but in respect. Smoke ran the district unchecked. Unchecked. I don't knock, I level walls. Every step's a war drum call. My breath don't speak, it floods the room like smoke before a steel monsoon. I ain't your rapper, I'm a code, a cipher born where fire strode. I don't perform, I prosecute. Bass so thick it stands as proof. My trap don't bounce, it hunts in rhythm. Each day to wait a street baptism. Every had a ticking breath before a voice delivers death. Ain't no chorus in my truth, no melody, just pressure proof. I stack my lines like barricades where bass rewrites the path it paved. They rap for streams, I rhyme to move like cash in crates or shadow grooves. You flex for crowds, I walk with none, and still the silence knows I've won. Each kick's a blade, each snare a crack, each drop a hand that pulls you back. You step in light, I ride and wait where silence seals your final fate. I ain't the sound you try to trend, I'm who they call to mark the end. When lines are crossed and codes ignored, I drop like steel and sound like war. Baseline coiled in blacked out glass, 808s like tanks that pass down roads they thought were safe and slow, till every window starts to glow. I don't chant, I certify that truth sounds different when you ride with beats that press like armored trucks that rumble through what luck corrupt. No energy to waste on show, I build with grit, not fear a blow. You want the hit, I brought the route through silence laced with concrete cloud. No glamour here, just rhythms curse. Each word I spit, unrehearsed, but still it lands like deals denied. With bass that shakes both side to side, I rhyme for those who hold the gate, whose verse was shaped by code and weight. No space for games, just dark intent, where rhymes are marked, not just content. They wanna dance, I wanna crush. Each bar a breath before the rush of sound so thick it bends the room like smoke that warns before the boom. I built this track from barricades, from speaker stacks and motorcades, from rules that never made it out, and tones that only silence shouts. And when this ride begins to dip, don't call it done, just call it grip. Cause every layer made its case on barricades, built out a base.
Click, tape starts rolling, I ain't speaking loud cause they all listen. This ain't a verse, this a vow, whispers laced with vow admission. You hear that hum, that's pressure building, that space breathing like slow villains. No hi-hat race, no flash scene, just one voice with cold intention spilling. I ain't flexing, I'm recording truth from concrete walls to crack phone booths. Every name I etched a ghost, now every lie I caught becomes my proof. I ride alone, no need for crowd, my steps make more noise than they allowed. I spit in code, I rhyme in pace, each bar feels like a loaded case. Don't drop my name, don't echo mine unless your pulse can match my line. I built from silence, not applause, each breath I take rewrites the law. You hear a track, I hear a trace of every move they try to race. I wrote my map in vain and scar, then burned the rest and made it art. My booth ain't lit, it's low and red like warning signs inside your head. Each snare a glitch, each note a flash of what I've done behind the ash. Talking noise, I move in dark, my every rhyme a watermark that bleeds through files that don't exist but still erase whoever missed. No beat drop, just pulsing grime, no hype line, just pure design. I rhyme like trench, like echo found in places light don't circle round. Don't think this music, I think it's map of every truth behind the trap of every code they tried to flip till silence gripped and made them slip. You press play, I press a mark on those who move with fear and dark. You chase streams, I chase the route that built from grief and blocked the doubt.
This tape don't end, it fades in smoke like breath that held the final joke. A story told without a grin, we're base and blood, we're next of kin. And if you play this more than once, you ain't a fan, you part of hunt. Cause every time the tape returns, a deeper code inside it burns. So when it fades, don't ask what's next, just check the locks and clear the text. Cause this ain't art, this cold confession left on tape to teach a lesson.
I don't need an intro, let the brass speak. 808 stomping like I never skip a week. I walk where a crown's too heavy for your tone, and spitting ways that build a kingdom on my own. Baseline armored snare like war taps, hi-hats whisper while the block collapse. Every phrase I drop designed to lead, like blueprints over every need. You talking noise, I'm moving lower, where every verse etched in the floor, where silence held until it cracked and gave the throne to who snapped. Brass don't lie, it scream respected, flood the air like debt collected. Trumpet truth, not flex a joke, it play when kings decide to smoke. I spit like column weight, built on stone, not viral bait. I talk with chords that ring in chord and verses sharp as crime report. This ain't no hook, no dance, no show, it's power stitched in voice. I throw each syllable, a chain of lead that hang from beats too loud for dread. I move like clockwork on the block, my time been ticking through the shock of every name they said would fall, but never bowed it, never saw. I drop like cash in cold accounts with rhythm stacked in brutal counts. No filter here, no flashy coat, just trench made lines and hidden notes. My booth got flags, not brands, my mic got weight, not fans. I don't rehearse, I post decree, and every spin just pays the fee. You rap to fit, I rap to bend, you rhyme the post, I rhyme the end. I talk like rooms that watch the street where every bar makes silence bleed. No smoke, no match, just call a step. My tone don't lift it, claim what's left. No middle ground, no subtle climb. This beat is mine through sound and grime.
And when that brass rise in the back, it's not for artists to attack, to flood the lane with warning clear. That silence ends when I appear.
Brass don't lie, it don't pretend, it plays when peace begins to end. So when you hear the echo blow, you know who came to run the show. Brass don't lie, it don't pretend, it plays when peace begins to end. So when you hear the echo blow, you know who came to run the show.
No light in the alley, only breath, only steps that echo dead, only walls that hold the past, where trust got bought and never last. I move like shadow, not to hide, but to let fear walk beside. Every inch I own is marked by truths too cold for questions spark. Don't follow, don't record, this ain't a story, this is sword. Each bar I bleed a silent knife, each snare a pause before the strife. I don't shout, I don't parade, I rhyme where memory don't fade, where every sound feels like a stare and silence asks if you still care. This ain't a beat, it's breathing code, it's pressure learned on streets that fold, where rules get bent and peace costs pride and bodies speak when kings decide. You drop lines, I drop pulse, you seek approve, I seek results. You want the noise, I want the weight of every choice that shaped my fate. No echo in this concrete breath, just metal groans that spell regret. I don't need hooks, I need response from ghosts that walk where I confront. I move in measures you don't know, in verses tight as wind as glow. No smoke, no light, no shiny lens, just scars that talk and never bend. My bars ain't style, they're surveillance. My rhyme ain't hype, it's interference. My flow is made to intercept the truth you feared but still accept. You rap for clubs, I rap for proof that silence hurts more than abuse. That steps in dark to find the name and echoes mark who own the game. This track ain't art, it's interface between respect and silent chase, between the breath before the break and everything they try to fake. I don't need lights, I bring the dark with sound that stains and leaves a mark, with whispers dense as bricks in hand that fall when truth takes final stand. So play this loud or not at all, it only speaks to those who cross
through alleys deep in nights unscanned, where real survives without a brand. No light in the alley, but still I see. Still I rule what others flee. Still I rhyme like breath with cars. Still I own what others lost. I don't leave, I seal the ground. Each step I take still weighs a pound. This ain't goodbye, this stage remains. With every echo stained in flames. You think it ends, I think it builds. Each word I spit refills the field. Each breath I drop, a silent war that waits behind a padded door. Don't cue the fade, don't press the mute. I rhyme like courtrooms with no suit. I spit like wind through armored glass, like engine roars that never pass. My voice don't leave, it circles back like smoke that stains the ceiling black, like vinyl loops that catch and spin and whisper truth beneath the skin. I don't sign off, I sign command. My lines like letters scorched in sand. They don't erase, they just engrave in ears of those too real to save. I ain't your outro, I'm your start. Your mirror cracked, your missing part. Your exit sign that won't stay lit. Your final move that won't submit. This beat ain't track, it's blood and gears. It's cadence stitched from stolen years, from hunger sharp and lessons slow, from nights that never let me go. They drop for charts, I drop for code, for tapes left running in the cold, for street lights bent in purple mist, for every name the records missed. This booth my room, this mic my cell, this beat my proof that I won't tell, but still I bleed in every bar like trench lines cut by stolen cars. You wanna vibe, I wanna vow. Each sound I form reclaims it now. No filter here, just lay your breath that crawls through walls and waits for death. Don't quote my song, quote my design. The way I bend, the frame in line, the way my voice reclaims control from silence dressed in burning coal. Each brass stab, a thrown defense. Each baseline built from consequence. Each drop a claim no court can read. Each snare a seed of what I bleed. And when it fades, don't think I left. The track just waits to take the next, to mark the next, to move the weight, to ride again and shift the fate. So let this play loud as your truth and feel the cold beneath the roof. Cause what I gave don't fade or rest. It waits inside your chest compressed. Final move ain't quiet, it commands like footprints loud in desert lands, like blood that dries but still defines the kings who left their name in lines. And when this stops, just know what's next. Don't sleep, reload, respect the text.
From silence where deals are made, smoking the whole loyalty weighed. Cold gold chain like a noose on pride. Every handshake come with a side. Black suits, no warnings. We pull up like a storm, no mornings. No dawns, just midnight plays. Boss table, 10 eyes, no praise. My roots, bulletproof thoughts. Where war drums play and the weak get caught. I don't blink when the air gets cold. I just move like kings that sold. Each brick I stacked was earned. Each bridge they burned I learned. Kept my soul locked in the vault. Moved shadow, spoken, that's fault. No warnings when we move. Just bass and blacked out proof. Raised by code, fed by loss. Mafia mind, I pay no cost. Street kings don't talk, they act. Bass low suits mad at black. We don't sleep, we stake and rise. Born in blood where silence lies. City lights don't shine on truth. it's cold steel and bulletproof. I make my name in fog and fire, where dreams die and deals expire. They flex for views, I move in code, I spit what can't be told. Each beat I bless is marked by ghosts that live in the dark. I see ambition, they see the grave. I write in scars they couldn't brave. They rap, I wage, difference in tone. I build thrones from flesh and bone.
No warnings when we move, just bass and blacked out proof. Raised by code, fed by laws. Mafia mind, I pay no calls. Street kings don't talk, they act. Bass low, suits mad at black. We don't sleep, we stake and rise. Born in blood where silence lies. No cap, just pressure, no lies, just ledger. We etch our names on war with truth they can't ignore. I came from nothing loud, now I walk like thunder proud. They whisper, I step while they beg for a rep. So if you hear bass in the dark, it's not a beat, it's a mark of soldiers in suits, zero talk, and hearts that never unlock. No warnings when we move, just bass and blacked out proof. Raised by code, fed by laws. Mafia mind, I pay no calls. Street kings don't talk, they act. Bass low, suits mad at black. We don't sleep, we stake and rise. Born in blood where silence lies.
Yeah. We move like wind with steel for skin. Whispers born where wars begin. I don't talk loud, I shift the room. Dark hands rise when I assume. They claim the throne but kneel for clout. My face unknown, I map the route. Cement for veins, my heart on mute. Command with looks, don't need to shoot. I watch them fade and flash in light. I built in dark and made it right. Each block I pass turns sacred ground. Each breath I take still death bound. The clock don't tick in my domain. Just orders wrapped in silent flame. We feed on war like wars on bone. Built my name in death alone. The pressure hit, I never fold. My hands too cold for lies to hold. These chains ain't gold, they forge in pain. My only crown is earned through strain. My eyes don't blink, my mind don't sleep. The void I speak is buried deep. I trust no soul, I praise no saint. My language coded pure restraint. No warnings drop when I arrive, just echoes crawl where I survive. The silence roars through alley smoke. My name unspoken, still invoked. They mask their fear in neon shows. I plant my truth where shadow grows. No path for peace, just lane for war. I walk with calm, they die for more. I count my scars like metals clean. Each one a lesson, cold unseen. The streets don't owe me, but they know that I became what most let go. I spit like dusk, I bleed like dust. My words not rushed, my grip is hushed. I build with fire, burn with ice. And if I speak, I charge the price. My crew don't dance, we circle, pray. We speak in nods, not words they say. Each beat I ride becomes a shrine to days I lost and still define. I stack my pain and press repeat till cities fold beneath my feet. No fame, no lights, just breathing rage. I carve my lane page after page. I whisper truth through armored sound where cowards break. I hold my ground, the ink I drop weighs like a debt. My verses haunt, they don't forget. I'm moving routes they never mapped. I ghost the past and close the gap. Each baseline knocks like fangs exposed. Each rhyme a code that can't be froze. I don't need noise to break the frame. My pain and silence shape the flame. I lost my smile, I found my oath. I broke their rules and wrote them both. So if you hear me, understand. This ain't for fans, this ain't no brand. This is for those who grip despair and shape their life in poison air. This is for nights that stole my peace, for blood that soaked my only lease, for ghosts that walk beside my name, for honor earned I built on fame. The walls I built don't hold the weak, they echo truths I never speak. Each step I take's a silent war, each breath a blade I keep in store. I learned to count without a clock, I made my soul a steel padlock. My will don't bend, it breaks the chain, it leaves the echo of my reign. This ain't a song, it's coded grief with rhythm carved from cold belief. No chorus needed, I don't play, I rhyme the end of their cliche.
I don't flex, I calculate. From silence I operate. No movement without a map, no talk without a trap. I draw plans and fire dust. My empire forged in trust, not the kind they scream and post. The type that wet walks through smoke, orders coded in my tone. I don't need to raise my voice. If I blink they feel the shift. If I nod they make a choice. Came from places built in steel, where the handshake cuts a deal, where a whisper builds a throne and a stair turns blood to stone. I wrote rules in broken glass, stack my pain like hidden cash. I don't dance, I track the zone. Circle once and take the bone. Midnight plotting out
off the grid. Lost in thought like ghosts, I hid my scars ain't soft, they speak command. Each one signed with battle brand. Never loud, I speak in steps. Each one marks a deck collect. No threat, just action raw. My rhythm walks like urban law. They blast beats for views and pride. I breathe war through every stride. My sound don't come with glitter. It drops like lead and lingers bitter. Each line I spit field move. Each rhyme a sharp edge proof. I don't rap for hits or trends. I write for means I can't pretend. This that code that rise from under. Where loyalty strikes like thunder. Where silence breeds command and orders bleed through hands. You see me once, you don't again, unless it's part of calculated plan. I ghost before the echo fades. I move like blade through barricades. No pack, just presence. Thick my energy pressed in every click of chamber thought and stifled breath. Where I spit there ain't no left. No mercy lines, I skip the grace. I rhyme with hunger raw on base. Each word a mark they won't erase. Each pause a grip in heart and space. I don't chase the throne, I build it from guilt they hid and pain they built. And my bars don't ask, they carve demands with rhythm, cold and iron hands. My mind ain't bent by shining gloss. My count built from every loss. I redefine what low became and made the street re-speak my name. So if you feel the bass today, no it ain't for show or play. It's blueprints burning to the floor from one who rose and asked for more. Don't follow rules, I set my lane. My verse is structure soaked in strain. Where others fall from lack of plan, I mapped the dirt and made it stand. I hear this war in every chord. These beats were forged, not bought or stored. They built on breath that came through storms. On nights I stored and risk ignored. I don't just rhyme, I build machine with thought and stealing haunted dreams. With lost in codes and focused breath, I loop the grind and cheat the death. Cheat the death, cheat the death. Yeah!
Swearing dust through acts of violence. Build our names where myths decay. Carve our code in stone and stay. No candle burns in our domain. We light the sky with pressure pain. No altar stands, we kneel on concrete hands. Bloodstained and eyes complete. I don't chant, I state commands. Marked in breath and weapon hands. My faith don't need a priest or cross. My soul got fed on every loss. You hear the bass, that's blood released. You feel the hook, that's war unleashed. Every snare a footstep known. Every scent a ghost I own. This ain't a track, it's circle drawn. An echo of the weak now gone. No lies survive beneath this sound. Only truth that can't be drowned. I bled for gates they won't unlock. I stood in fire and faced the shock. Didn't run when fate got loud. Didn't beg, just stood unbowed. You call it dark, we call it home. Where honor grows through flesh and bone. Where loyalty is not a trend. It's breath you spend and won't pretend. We don't recruit, we test by storm. Only pain reveals the form of those who ride when fire starts. Not for glory, but for parts.
I wrote these verses like a rite. Each bar a wound exposed to light. Not to weep, but to ignite the soul that roams through endless night. We break the mold and leave the mess. No trophies here, just earned finesse. I kept my word through burning streets when most forgot what truth repeats.
I walked alone through silence, deep where time collapsed and gods don't speak. I made my rhythm from the ash of every oath the weak let crash. Now they hear me in their doubt. The one who made it past the route, the path that swallows all but fuel. The trail of dust where power grew. We mark the start with quiet breath and end with bass that mimics death. We let the snares announce our mood, then build a frame in solitude. I don't rely on others' name. My legend lives outside that game. Not made of views or viral flair, but nights alone that taught me care. This isn't rap, it's sacred ride of those who rose through endless fight. Each line a smoke, each pause a flame, each verse a sigil signed in name. And if you feel it deep inside, the pull that shakes the fault and pride, then know this beat ain't made for dance. It's for the ones who never had chance.
zone where the walls got ears and the street got tone, where the baseline bites and the snare gets grown, where the mask ain't for show but for war I own. They said rest but I load instead. I don't dream, I prepare for lead. Every hour I stack in silence is another play built on violence. We don't ride for show, we hunt. No lights, just cold in front. Every breath is price and grit. Every word is fire I lit. I come from lanes where trust don't stand, where blood spills fast and nose gets banned, where still talks loud and names erased, where scars don't fade, just shift in place. This the zone where fakes get you, where the real ain't loud, they just move crew. Where pain don't cry, it drills your chest, where nights get tight and test your breath. We write no hooks, just scripts and rage. Each verse a blade, each rhyme a cage. This ain't no chorus, this is law, built on traps you never saw. Pressure makes the vision clean, no fake gold, no TV scene, just cash and stacks and fear and glass, just smoke on dashing past. That last I hit with pace like war on loop. My thoughts like rounds that never mute. My words don't flex, they strike the gut. No metaphors, just grit and cut. No map for where I move, no trail, just code and groove. I speak in codes, not claps. I walk in zones, no apps. No fame in what I live, just names they won't forgive. I climb and storm with style and vanish like a try. I eat at tables lit in red, where power hums in silence bled, where talks don't echo, just flow, where rules don't bend, they grow. Don't bring your pride to my address. This level built through past distress, through burnt out phones and tapped out lines, through watching snakes recite their crimes. I don't reply, I just apply the force that makes their ego die. I bring the beat they thought too dark, I fill the cracks and leave my mark. No sleep, I said I meant. This life, no pause, just rent. You pay in blood and time, you earn through grit, not shine. No mercy left in frame, no trophies here, just flame. I turn my shadow long, then spit like night is strong. So when they ask where I've been, tell them I live in precious skin. Tell them I don't blink or sway, that I stay up, kings decay. This the anthem of the trench, of the ones who clench and wrench their fate with no escape, who mold the night to shape. No sleep, no break, no peace, just traps that never cease, just motion in disguise, and pain that weaponize. You want a verse with depth, here's one laced with breath, that won't be sold or cloned, that's carved in zones unknown.
Eyes in corners, I don't flinch. Taught myself to never twitch. I walk where wires buzz with code, where every breath is tracked and sold. No trust left in these blocks, only motion and padlocked thoughts. I don't post, I ghost and glide. I speak in pings, not pride. This world ain't built for kings, it's built for those who move with wings of silence wide and pressure tight. Of endless scans and sleepless nights, I learned to vanish in plain sight, to split the dark and mute the light, to watch the watchers through the fog and breathe like files and hidden logs. You flex for likes, I flex in plots that twist and slide between the shots, where glass reflects 1,000 lies and loyalties a coded disguise. I don't just spit, I monitor every move like auditor. This ain't art, this dead of heat. This verse don't dance, it sweeps the street. No safe house in my range, I built this zone with pain and change. Every switch a plan rehearsed, every beat a threat reversed. You can't decode the ways I write. This is pressure dressed in night. This is quiet mixed with war. This is what they won't record. You think it's trap, I call it proof that what I live they keep aloof. That every day I breathe this zone is another line they can't postpone. Surveillance state of mind, I blink and find a why behind. I speak in signals, bend the air. I move in silence, clears the stare. I carve this fear into my tone. Now every word I drop feels cloned by shadows, watching from above, by drones disguised as morning doves. No comfort in this lens, just codes that loop again, just names that vanish fast, just future sold and past. So I don't rap for trend or pride, I rap to keep my truths inside, to mark the way in hidden speech, to teach what cams will never breach. They want my soul, I ghost it quick. They want my thoughts, I loop them slick. They want my style, I change the frame. I move like fire without name. Every snare's a step I watch, every kick a gate I lock, every bar a threat I code, every silence I explode. So when they trace my feet in logs, they'll only find encrypted fog with just enough to leave them stuck and not enough to see me struck. I don't perform, I scan the vibe, I don't align, I override. I don't join, I infiltrate, then vanish clean like faded hate. This is more than rap, it's war. This is what they can't ignore. This is rhythm dressed in ice. This is steel that rhymes precise. They monitor my past, they map my future fast. But every move I make is laced in noise they fake. I smile through layers thick, I rhyme like circuits slick. They watch, I let them try, but I still breathe and fly.
I don't knock, I detonate. No warnings, I escalate. I'm the reason curfews hit the line between breath and split. I walk in cold, my hands on pulse, where fear don't beg it convulse. They watch the gate, I cross the sky. I don't wait, I override. I don't sit, I strike in pace. I don't drift, I fold the space. I don't rap, I build a fence. Every bar is self-defense. My voice ain't smooth, it's iron cast. My thoughts too sharp, they pierce too fast. Each line I drop is target trace. Each beat I ride is path replaced. I don't speak, I broadcast truth. I cut the loop, they chasing youth. I burn the map, they read from still. I twist the edge and bend the will. They thought I vanished, I evolved. I don't dissolve, I just revolve around their reach like orbit rage. I live like fight, I write like cage. Predator in plain attire, built from drought and cut from fire. Each breath I spit's a warhead prepped, each pause I leave's a death concept. No glamour in the things I build, just heat so strong the streets get grilled. I move like whispers bent on war, my silence louder than they swore. Each corner knows my sound by shake, each city feel my bass quake. I storm through layers marked in red, each hi-hat clicks like warning lead. I grip the mic like it's a blade, my voice the storm that never fades. I sharpen bars and feed on pace, I carve my legend line by face. Moves I make by instinct, they chase the heat, I cook distinct. But I don't freeze, amplify, I make their comfort qualify. You hear me loud, that ain't enough. You feel me shake, that's real stuff. I don't just rhyme, I plant my foot in every echo they input. This ain't traverse, this core collapse. This ain't a ride, it's full relapse. Back to the time when nothing fed and words were wounds instead of threat. I chase no hype, I chase the cause. Each step I take breaks older laws. I built from codes that never crack, from past erased but soul intact. Predator with no disguise, no mask, no shield, no compromise. I climb like pain with breath intact and spit like storms that don't retract. You want a hook, here's rage refined and snare and sub with blood aligned. I don't repeat, I redefine, I don't retreat, I press the spine. Each syllable I choose is weapon, each beat I lace with pure aggression. I move like dogs, they never leashed, I speak like gods, they never preach. No love in this, just grit and flame, just hunger mixed with razor aim. Just fire shaped in purpose, deep in strength that crawled out of defeat. They want the crown, I took the roots, they play in shoes, I built as boots. I don't pretend, I manifest, and if I'm here it ain't no test.
They all watched but never saw what it takes to rise through flaw, what it means to break the chain without a crown or speaking name. I walked where no one dared to kneel, carved my oath in spiked steel. I never asked, I just became the silence they forgot to blame. This throne ain't made of diamonds fake, it's concrete bent beneath the weight of loyalty, not bought in gold, but in the nights where fire holds. No cameras caught the rise I live, no banners wave, no crowd forgives. This was born in cracks and scars, not mixtapes dropped from rented cars. No tears, just steps on broken glass, no praise, just breath I let collapse. My empire grew beneath the shade, what others broke I just remade. You feel the beat, that's blood not drums, each drop's a war that never numbs. Each echo's built from death of fear, each verse I spit's a shattered year. They paint the scene, I burn the script. They acted hard, I made it crypt. This world ain't built for dreams to feed, it feeds on rage and need and bleed. So here I stand, no mask, no crew, just shadow walking straight and true. I learned to lose with open eyes, then use the pain to organize. They watched the throne but missed the roots, they watched my face but not the boots that stomped through ash and bent the grid that made the silence flippin' red. Now every snare's a code I wrote, every kick a name I smoke. This track's not made for them to ride, it's made to mark the ones who died. Not by bullets but by doubt, not by chains but screams without a soul to hear, a hand to lift. Just time that passed and did it shift. I speak for none, I write for void, I rhyme for days they once destroyed. I lace my bars in smoking clay with saints to walk and demons pray. I don't need guests, I rule alone. This track's my voice, my gun, my throne. Each beat's a room where fear can't hide, each word a sword I keep inside. I speak for none, I write for void, I rhyme for days they once destroyed. I lace my bars in smoking clay where saints don't walk and demons pray. I don't need guests, I rule alone. This track's my voice, my gun, my throne. Each beat's a room where fear can't hide, each word a sword I keep inside. You feel that tremble, that's the cost of thinking wins come without loss, of thinking crowns can just be passed without the blood that built them fast. This ain't a verse, it's worn and locked. This ain't a song, it's path I walk. This beats my will and form and grit. This makes my soul, I won't omit. No hook, no dance, no empty boast, just tempo laced with what I host. The ghosts that walk inside my zone, the nights I reigned and reigned alone. And when the reverb fades away, just know I rule but never played. They all pretend, they all dismiss, but deep they know whose voice is this.
No lights, just pulse, no thoughts, just faults, no fear, just pace. I walk like war with no face. Every step is mapped in black, every plan, no turning back. No bluff, this real execution. I spit like code, not resolution. Clock can't switch, I don't delay. Every tick I bend my prey, I don't warn, I override. My tempo lethal amplified, pressure laced into my track. Baseline split like spinal crack, hi-hats hiss like snakes and walls, and kicks land heavy like curtain calls. I don't breathe, I measure storm, every word is mission born. No filler, no pretend, my verse is fire with no end. From concrete roots to tower scarred, I rose with rage, I pull from tar. No crew, no shield, no stage, just bars that break and mind the gauges. I built my empire off the dark, no spotlight, love, just system spark. I move through zones that won't forgive, where truth don't talk, it just relieve. I loop the pain and lace the grind with snare attacks and bass rewind. Each loop I spit a sharper edge, each hook I dodge a deeper pledge. Want a moment I bring a siege, my cadence sharp like silent breach. My syntax cut like razor breath, my tone composed to threaten depth. I don't battle, I erase, I don't duel, I displace. I don't chant, I command, every line I drop expands. Built from code, no shell, no soul, just echoes locked in total control. I track the heat, I shape the beat, I live in zones where heart don't meet. They spit for shows, I spit for zone where silence hums and truth is thrown, where deals get made with silent nods and life gets held by metal gods. March with me if you don't break this, ain't for trends or fans to fake this. For the ones with eyes gone dry who rhyme like breath they can't deny. My voice ain't art, it's ammo live. Each verse I write to drop a high of meanings you don't want, a face of pain that leaves no outer trace. Bass hits like it got purpose, snare cuts deep like urgent service. No rise, no fall, just steady march, no hooks, just engines in the dark. This the sound of night, offensive trench minds under pressure. Dints the anthem, none rehearsed, just whispered oaths and hardened verse. I roam through grids they can't define, I spit like borderlines combined. No chorus here, no brightened tone, just black march steps I made my own. And when the beat begins to fade, know every sound was payment made for scars and truth I earned, and fire for silence turned to razor wire.
Ever tell it, don't you want it? Ever tell it, don't you want it? Ever tell it, don't you want it? Somebody just told you, cannot tell it, don't you want it? I never know, I would tell it, would you want it? I never know, I would tell it, would you want it? I never know, I would tell it, would you want it? Somebody just told you, cannot tell it, would you want it?
Ash still falling from the sky. No cheers, no sound, just reason why.
I built it tall, I built it cold. I never bent, I just controlled. Smoke wrapped round my throne and eyes. No glory left, no more disguise. This ain't the end, it's last decree. A voice carved into legacy. I don't sing, I testify. I don't fade, I amplify. Every bar a mark I burned, every track a right I earned. You feel that hum, that's bricks I laid. From blood and storms that never swayed. From silence deep and dark contracts. From nights where sleep would never react. I made my echo rule the halls of tenements and burned down walls. Where names are earned in shattered glass and truth gets forged in ways that pass. They prayed for peace, I grinned in war. They played for fame, I shut the door. This world don't bow, it trades in pain. So I made Versi split like chain. Dark brass weeps beneath this flow, like horns that mourn the life I show. No heroes here, just hands of smoke that built a temple none provoke. I carry weight in every breath, not metaphor, just real or death. I lit the fuse and walked away, let every fake one fade to gray. I never needed crowd to chant, I never begged. I planted rant like seeds that grow in blood-wet soil that only bloom in hardened toil. I spit with teeth, not metaphors. My cadence cracks through hidden doors. I built my name in coded maps, in cities drowned in power gaps. They want a chorus, here's a cross, made from the bones of every loss. A beat that tolls like Iron Gate, where sinners knock but come too late. No hook, no clap, no show to chase. Just pressure dressed in timeless bass. Just rhythm shaped in war-scarred hands that never shook when truth demands. You want a glimpse of where I sat? It's not a palace, more a trap. Where I became the one they fear, not by choice, but by frontier. This ain't a track, it's final rites. The end of fire's longest nights. The last patrol, the sound of boots that walked through hell and took its fruits. My flow ain't fast, it's carved in stone. A weight too real for hype alone. It bends the air and fills the void with sounds of things you once destroyed. And when the final bar descends, just know it don't begin or end. It lingers long in steel and dust, a vow from shadows built on trust. Legacy buried in smoke, but still it breathes through every stroke. This ain't for fame, this ain't for play. It's proof I lived in ruthless way.